Bene, allora,
So, I'd like to start the second part of this morning session, and I would like to call on the stage Federica Minozzi, the CEO of Iris Ceramica Group.
Breve ma chiaro come messaggio, direi che
The video was short, but the message was very clear, and you can perceive from the video that this is a material you're working with that you can employ in several different ways. So we're talking about a turnover of 500 million euros in 2021. So a first-line player in the sector of ceramic surfaces, right? I can't talk about tiles. Right, so our company was born in 1961 from a vision of Romano Minozzi, the founder of the company, my father. And our idea was always to innovate throughout a material which has exceptional characteristics. It is resistant, very hygienic, it is very easy to clean and sanitize. So at those times you use ceramics only for coverings because it was very fragile. My father changed the production process and made the ceramics resistant, and we were able to produce floor tiles with a 20-year guarantee in intense traffic places. From then on, we started a process which would turn the ceramics into the best raw material to improve interactions between man and the environment. And I'm not only talking about making ceramics functional, such as the active surfaces, which are antibacterial, antiviral, and self-cleaning, but also touch ceramics, which is a ceramic tile which is which can interact with the world of domotics. At the same time, we were able to focus a lot on sustainability. This is a characteristic which has made our company and history unique over time. This is also our future. So, as we said before, there's innovation where there's technology. So, ceramics becoming an interface to control the domotics devices is something which was unthinkable. So, you're using material to innovate technology. That's true, because we want to make not only the product itself sustainable, but also the use of ceramics sustainable. Ceramics is a very versatile material which can become something else and contribute to improve the well-being of people from a holistic point of view, because it improves our lives and it improves the environment we live in. So talking about structures and distribution and the logistics chains, well, what are in which domains do you sell your ceramic products? Well, we've got the three main channels, or better, two channels. One is split into two. The first channel is retail, traditional distribution of materials for floors or other surfaces of the house, so residential. And then we have contract channel, which is split into what I call key customers, large groups in the domain of furniture, fashion, and style. These are our most loyal clients, and then our fidelity group, let's say. And then there's another subgroup, which is the group which encompasses, for example, architectural firms and investors. And what is the share of each of these clients, of each of these categories in turnover? Key client is 20% of our turnover, then 30% on retail and 30% on the design sector. Of course, these shares have changed because the residential part has grown and the other sectors have been blocked. But having this balance helps us to tackle difficult situations and always find new opportunities. Well, what about furniture? It was in the direct client group, so 40%, right? In this industry, which projects are underway? Are you focusing on kitchens, for example, or what? Well, we're selling this large size, so 1.60 by 320 meters of different thicknesses, 20, 30, 40 millimeters. We've got special vein tiles, which is very similar to stone material. I think that today ceramics in both aesthetic and technical terms can be a valid alternative to stone material. It is very resistant, but it does not scratch, it does not stain, so it can be used in kitchens, for example. It's called second skin in our company. You've seen a giraffe made of ceramics, and today we've got a wide range of processing techniques, so we can offer a wide range of products. You've got an approach which is oriented on direct management of distribution, not an industrial approach. Why? Because I think that it is important for us to constantly improve the interaction between man and the environment, and so we need to be in close touch with the markets and understand which trends are underway and try and forecast future developments, the future requests of the market, and stimulate new requests. If you think about it, the iPhone does not function as a phone. It functions, it is a device which allows you to do many other things, and it was designed this way. So it is important to understand the needs that before people are actually aware of these needs. We've got 8 headquarters in Milan, Paris, London, Berlin, and we're opening a new one in Spain. So this is a way to be in touch with the market for architects, for companies, for consumers. We work in close contact with architects in a one-to-one dialogue, which is very important because I think the feedback by architects is so vital to our work. Well, you were saying before that you are slowly turning into a brand. You've hired new talents. Yes, we've just hired an architect specialized in sustainable architecture with a great amount of experience in the commercial sector. He will be our coordinator of visual and coordinator because we want our final consumer to enter our retail shops and experience a holistic experience made of touch, smell, interaction with our ceramics, which are functional. He's a young architect, he's 35 years old, and he will have to take us from the world of tiles to the world of ceramics. What about the other stakeholders in the sector? Do your colleague follow you or consider you a mysterious object? This is a very large sector with companies with a turnover which is in the millions of euros. Well, they took inspiration from us, our competitors, saw us as a pioneer in industrial innovation and continuous research of more sustainable processes. However, at the same time, I believe that if you do not have a vision, if it is not in your DNA, copying, imitating will never lead to the same product with the same spirit which can be perceived in our product. And are you considering M&As? Is it possible to find on the market other companies to be acquired? Well, historically, we've done it. Ariostea, Graneti Fiandra. We've all acquired, these are companies that we've acquired, and I am reorganizing the structure of the company in order to tackle the market in a different way. In this moment, I would like to find a new consistency internally and try to penetrate the market of luxury and make ceramics a product which is more consumer-friendly. Today, ceramics is and has always been very product-centric. And what about your factories? Are your factories all in Italy or also in other countries? We were born in Italy. The official headquarters and the R&D are still based in Italy, but we've got two large operations bases. One is in the United States with a very large factory in Tennessee, and the other one is in Germany, in the middle of Europe, and they develop materials which are fit for that kind of market. So today we are reaping the fruits of this choice, especially in the United States. There has been a disruption in the transport chain, and the presence of our facilities there has allowed us to continue distribution. In Northern Europe, in the UK, as far as Europe is concerned, there is a great deal of attention to zero-kilometer products. There's a lot of attention being focused on sustainability of the supply chain, and we're working with supply chain operators to find new solutions, allowing you to reduce environmental impact on transport chain. Yes, exactly. Now, talking about environmental impact, you were among the first to have a factory which is partially fueled by hydrogen. It was an experimental project, right? Yes, we've always worked on sustainability. In the 1970s, my father had a slogan, economy is ecology. In 1970s, he organized a very challenging events in Bologna regarding environmental protection, and we've been working on sustainability cradle to cradle. Our industry consumes a lot of energy, It takes a lot of energy to make ceramics. So our objective today is to change these machines. With a project called Zero Emission in 2018, we were able to reduce emissions, but we still release a lot of CO2. And we've got a project which aims at 5–10% of hydrogen in the ovens, but in the currents producing ceramics. But we're among the first to use hydrogen for our currents. So we must be careful, because it is from these currents that the product I will give to my clients will come out. So I have to be very careful. The initial phase of the project will finish this year, and then it will develop in 2023. And at the end of 2023, we would like to achieve 25% of hydrogen in the current, and then 50% in the following year. And our final objective is 100% hydrogen-fueled currents, zero emission of CO2. And 50% means a reduction by 50%. Well, not exactly, because hydrogen does not release as many calories as methane. So the reduction of CO2 is not exactly 50%. However, this project is very important because it is an example of how, throughout green hydrogen produced from renewable sources, you can produce a high-end innovative products. So we would like to try and show that this is possible. You can do it, not only talk about it. Well, very clear. So at 35 years old, you have a very clear vision. And where do you see Iris Ceramiche in 35 years' time? Well, I would like to see my company in a totally different universe. I have not a clear idea, because every idea that we develop through with our designers and our researchers leads us to another idea. We've been producing the touch tiles, and we're producing retro-lightened tiles with a very important designer. We're working on a detach laying technique, because the laying technique and the disposal and destruction of the old material in our industry is the most devastating activity in terms of environmental impact. So we would like to find a system where the tiles can be detached and then reused. So this is what we're doing in order to create a better world where our products are more functional, but also have a positive impact, let's say, on the impact. So our priority is not quantity, the quantity of our turnover, but the quality of our products. So we need to change the corporate mindset. Well, the EBITDA is 17%, so there's margin for improvement. But however, congratulations. It was very interesting. Thank you.